number 3 on my live video here. So excited to be with y'all again today. The video just disappeared. Make sure, okay, here we go. So live video number 3. What I want to talk about today is let's quit. It's National Quitters Day. Now, officially Quitters Day is the second Friday in January. This is the third Friday, but the first Friday was so close that this is really the National Quitters Day. This is the day that most people have given up on their New Year's resolutions, on their goals they've set for the year, or the thoughts of where they wanted to go in the future. Now, hopefully, that's not you. But the reality is, it is most people. See, we fall back into the routines and the habits and the subconscious thoughts that we've always had. And it's natural for us to do it because most people just want to change their behavior. They don't realize what's driving their behavior. What's driving your behavior, what's driving my behavior are my thoughts, my beliefs, my programmed thoughts of what I can or can't do, and it's continued to be fed in everything that we do. So, of course, after 2 weeks of trying to change our behavior, we're done because our thinking hasn't changed. And that's what I want to encourage you today, to really evaluate your thinking, to evaluate your habits. One of my favorite quotes is, are the habits that you have, are they your master or are they your servant? With some discipline and with some work, we can turn our habits from being our masters to our servants. And that's what I want for you. So if you've been following along with my lives and seen other videos either on YouTube or on Facebook or in my email list, you know the first 2 things that I've asked you to do for this year is to reflect on last year and then to set a vision. Nowhere did I say, hey, come up with some goals and just go after them. Because most people are done with them right now. So that's what I'm going to ask you to do today, is to come up with some goals, but in a different way so that you don't take part in the National Quitters Day today. So the things that I want you to think about, and I really appreciate so many people commented on the last post that I made about, some mistakes that people make in goal setting. And one of them was a guy that runs a big company, and he said, man, what I've learned is that no matter what the goals are, if you don't have a positive culture, you're not gonna achieve the goals. And he was thinking of a business as a whole, but what I think about for you as an individual is, yes, if you've got a goal and a vision, you need to ask the question, who do you need to be in order to have that goal? One of my favorite things that somebody worked with me on years and years ago was, if I wanted to marry a certain type of individual, if I wanted my wife to have these certain type of qualities, that was a goal of mine, was to marry an amazing wife. Most people don't ask the question. They just start looking for that as their goal, but they don't ask the question, who do I need to be in order to attract that type of individual? Who do I need to be in order to achieve that goal? So the question is, who do you need to be? Think about that. Let that be part of this goal setting process instead of just setting the goal. And the other thing that was in another video of mine too is the micro goals. Most people set goals and they don't think about the little steps along the way. So remember, our beliefs are driving our behaviors. Our thinking is driving our behaviors. If we don't take that into account, we're going to fail in the goals. And so what I want you to do is set small goals to get there. I'll work with a lot of people and they'll come up with this huge idea. This is what I want for this year. And I'm like, okay, great. Now, where are we today? What's one little thing that you can do consistently over a long period of time that can start moving you in that direction? A lot of times my big leaders and visionaries have these big goals and it's so far out there that most of their team can't grab a hold of it because it's like it's so far away. So I've got to pull it down and say, okay, what's the first step for us to get there? And that's where I come up with quarterly goals instead of long-term, I have 5-year, 3-year, 1-year goals, but what's my quarterly goal? What can I focus on? What's the small change that I can make in order to start moving me in the direction that I want to go? So that's what I want for you to think about. So you've got a vision that pulls you forward. You've reflected on last year, and I want you to think into what's something small that I can do consistently that will help me change my thinking and my thinking and my beliefs. Then I'll have the behavioral change. So if you don't believe that you're worthy enough to achieve a certain thing, if you don't believe you're worthy enough to look a certain way, if you don't believe that you deserve something, you're going to sabotage yourself. And those beliefs have taken many, 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 many years to be programmed in. So if we can start chipping away at it slowly, then your belief grows and your behavior grows with it. And that's what I want for each of you. One of the other things that somebody commented on, I was looking at my notes here, is if we do fall short of our goal, was the goal no value? No. If you learn from it, that goal served you along the way. And then one more thing is thinking the goal is the end. It's called destination disease. The goal's not the end. The goal is just a stopping point along the way. And many people think once I reach this goal, I'm good. And that's not the case. It's called destination disease. We're going to continue to want to grow. So make growth your goal, not the goal your goal. Okay, so hopefully for you, you're not quitting today if you followed what I've been said. This is session number 3 of the year of helping you move forward in your purpose and your passion and the things that you want to create in your life. So I'm looking forward to hearing some of the things that help keep you from quitting, if you'll put those down in the post or email back to me, and some of the things that have really, that will serve you and keep you moving forward. What's a mini goal for you? What's a small step that you can take? And how can you work on your thinking and your beliefs? If I could do one thing for people, I would help them think in such a way that they would have uphill habits, uphill disciplines. Downhill's easy. That's what we fall into. And one other thing I want to really encourage all of you is, you didn't scroll on your phone mindlessly the first day you got your phone. It was a small thing that took place over time, right? So I want you to think about that. If you want to work the opposite direction, man, take it down 5 minutes a day for a few weeks. Take it down 6 minutes, 7 minutes, 8 minutes, 10 minutes. Take it down slowly each day to develop the same kind of habits that got you to where you are today. Okay, I hope this is helping some of you. I'm looking forward to continuing to be along this journey with you. Here's to an amazing 2025, reaching those visions by being the person that we need to be to achieve, having the character that we need to achieve those things that we want to work for, whether it's creating an amazing marriage, being an amazing parent, growing your company, stretching, doing some things with your church that's reaching so many people, whatever it is. I'm looking forward to hearing from you about that journey.